Hello everyone and welcome to this Gemba 360 all-staff training. My name is Nihal Samara. I'm the General Counsel and Legal Director here at Kaizen Synergy Law Firm, and I'd like to welcome you all to today's session. Today's session, like the others that we are running and this series that we are running, should only go for about 10 to 15 minutes. It is an afternoon lunchtime session, and it gives you some of the core basics that you need to know about in using the Gemba 360 dashboard and how you can actually use it effectively within your agency. Today's session focuses on the notice board and reading messages. Now, where you can find the notice board is in your main dashboard. So let's just go to our site and let's have a look of where it is. So the dashboard essentially is on the right-hand corner of the screen, and you can see it down here. And we've got a message on it to read. Now, the first question that people ask us is, well, what is this for, and how do we know if there is a message on our notice board that we have to read? Well, firstly, the reason that you would get a message is if there's a new policy within your agency, if your admin person, Gemba admin person, wants to inform you about a new information that you essentially must confirm that you've actually read it. It is something that is important. So it could be a policy, it could be an HR update, it could be about a COVID safety change. Obviously, that's something that's happened in the last couple of years, but usually it is something that is very important that you need to know about. Now, how do you get informed that there is something on the notice board? Well, what you would get is an email that looks something like this. Now, this is an email that came out after we just posted our sample message this afternoon in preparation for this webinar. And you can see I've got it going to Dear Gemba, which is just our login. It's got my group name. It's got the subject. And of course, importantly, at the top, it says Gemba Compliance Notice Board. And it gives you the information of what you have. Now, if you're already logged in, you can see that there is a view notice on this email that says click here. And if you're already logged in or you've got single sign-on within your agency, you can simply click here and it will automatically take you to that message. But important to note that if there is something on your Gemba notice board that you need to read, then you'll get an email as soon as that message requires you to do some action. So what do we do from here? Well, obviously we go back to our Gemba dashboard, and just remember each of your dashboards are specific for your user profile at your agency. So I can see now that I've got a message on this dashboard right here, and it says updated COVID safe workplace policy checklist, and it says please read, this covers our new COVID safety measures. So this is just a demonstration of one that I put up this morning. Now you can see here that it says read more. Now to view it, what I need to do is simply click on the read more button. And what comes up is this screen here. Now let's say I want to have a look at this message. I can see who it's from, and I can see that there's a little file attachment message here. And from here, what I can do is simply click on the workplace form. And from there, what this opens up is just a demonstration form that I've loaded in for us to have a look at, and here's the message here. So I can actually load this in, I can view it, and then I can close it down. Now, when I return to the message, and after I've done this, I can then, of course, look at this. Yes, I've read it, and close it down. And that returns me back to the notice board. Now, importantly, what you'll see is that it hasn't disappeared. It's still on here. So how do I know that it's actually been read? Well, how do I let people know, importantly, that it's been read? Now, one of the things that you need to do after you've actually read the document is click on the confirm read button, okay? And I've done that now. And what you'll see is that I've got this message now confirmed with my user details, and you'll see the same thing happen with you under the toolbox, and it'll say the date and it'll say the time that I've actually read it. Now, the reason that we have the confirm read button is this. We've had it where agencies and staff, when we've looked at this, they've opened this up and they've got distracted, someone's come in, or they've had to go and see a client, or something else has come up, but they hadn't actually completed reading it. So for that reason, we actually left it that you must actually, after you've read the message, you click on the button confirm read. If there are questions that you have coming out of it, you can click on this button here, which says ask the compliance team a question, and that will also generate an email and send us an automatic support desk, an email to our support desk. And of course, you can use the chat bar in the corner here. Now, once I've clicked on confirm read, what you will find is that when you return to the main dashboard, and I'm just closing this down now, here it is here, it'll disappear off your notice board. Now, obviously, and this means that any time that there's a new message on your notice board, only your new messages or your new notice board messages will appear on your notice board. Any red messages that you have, you can always go back and look at them. And where you can go back and look at them is under this button called the Notice Register. And you can click on that and it will open up this screen here, which is like your red box. And your red box gives you all the previous notices that you've read before. So the notice board, and the purpose of this notice board, is really simple. It is to make sure you get the information that you need to know about. Gemba admins within your agencies will use it for things like changes in COVID safety, changes in policies, procedures, checklists, or other information that they need to make sure that you actually not only view it and read it, but also confirm that you've done it as well too. The good thing about this is that also when it comes to your quality audits, you can then demonstrate, or your agency and you can then demonstrate that you've met your quality assurance requirements as well too, by essentially using the notice board. So that's how the notice board works. That is how you actually can view messages, can read messages, can access messages, and can also view past messages as well too. That is the main parts that we wanted to cover off today. Of course, if you have any questions, we will open up the phone lines after this live session, and more than happy to stay online and answer any questions that you might have. If you are watching this recording after today's live session and do have any questions about the notice board, then by all means, please reach out to us on 1300 360 360, or you can email us at support@gemba360.com. And of course, the online chat is always available. Thank you everyone for joining us this week.